Chelsea Football Club are sitting around and waiting for Ruben Amorim to go to Liverpool. Or are they? Because there are reports now that Chelsea have made an inquiry. And we know once Chelsea make an inquiry and Liverpool are involved, hijacks can happen. Just go check last summer. And a lot of people are going to tell me, Alex, who are the top 2 names that are being touted to be on Chelsea's list? Well, there are numerous sources coming out with their version of events. We're going to break this down. And I'm going to explain to you guys statistically why Mauricio Pochettino not being sacked at this moment in time is actually blasphemous, and that cup runs have literally saved his bacon. The reason he's getting paid 10 million euros a year is because he has had deep cup runs, because the league form is absolutely horrendous. So what I need you guys to sit down, grab some popcorn, subscribe to the channel, because 60% of you that come onto this channel do subscribe, and I'm very grateful for that. So the others can't start catching up. And more importantly, the biggest one of all, hit the like button. It's the best way you can support the channel. It's the best way the channel can get spread out and more people get to see this content and enjoy it for what it is. Let's get started. For those of you that don't know, on the Kavkas View, I've been calling for Ruben Amorim to become the Chelsea manager for nearly 2 years now. Ever since Graham Potter was linked with the job, my stance was very clear. I want Ruben Amorim. The reason I wanted him, I like playing style, I liked his ability to develop youth, I liked his ability to work on a budget, and more importantly, the biggest one of all, he actually wins trophies and wins titles. And he's proven this with Sporting again, 3rd biggest budget, but yet he's about to win back-to-back league titles. He's going to do 2 doubles, he's won 3 cups in the times, and he's just a very good manager. There's no 2 ways about it. First title in 19 years, and then he's about to deliver 2 in 24. That's absolutely fantastic for Sporting Lisbon. However, Ruben Amorim looks set at this moment in time to go to Liverpool. The reports were coming out in the last 48 hours that he has agreed terms. Well, this is coming from Sky Germany. Sky Germany are saying at this moment in time there is a verbal agreement between Amorim's camp, Liverpool. They've got the contract, it's a 3-year deal, and this deal is going to happen. However, and this is the big part, Ruben Amorim has a release clause. His release clause is 12.8 million euros. Anyone from Portugal wants him, it's 20 million euros. So as you can see, this is kind of a big deal. Liverpool don't want to pay this. Liverpool want to negotiate this down. So this gives an opportunity to Chelsea to come in and take him. However, this is where things get interesting. An ITK on Twitter, an individual that tends to give out always increments of information, has come out and really stuck his neck out on the line. As well as Sky Germany. Sky Germany said Chelsea have made an inquiry. And after that, the ITK, the false 9, has come out and said this. Chelsea at this moment in time have made an inquiry. They are very interested in Ruben Amorim. He is 2nd on their list. 2nd, not 1st. So number 1, it is the one and only Nagelsmann. Number 2 is Ruben Amorim. He also went on to confirm De Zerbi, Flick, and Jose Mourinho are not on this list. And the reason they're not on this list is because Chelsea don't think they're the right individuals to take it forward. And if you look at the options of the 5, Jose Mourinho hasn't finished in the top 4 for, I think, 8 years, 7 years, if I'm not mistaken. Please go fact check that. But I know he didn't do it at Spurs, did not do it at Roma. And if you accumulate the time, it's really been a long time since Jose Mourinho has been relevant as a manager. If he wasn't Jose Mourinho, would any of you be calling for him? Hansi Flick. He's had a good 18 months in his whole career at Bayern Munich. Other than that, I think the last time he managed was 2001 at Hoffenheim. So he's been really out of the game for a considerable period of time. It was Hoffenheim, big gap. He had the Bayern job for 18 months, went to Germany. Germany didn't go well for him. And now people trust him with this rebuild. I understand why Chelsea don't want him. Then the big one and the final one, De Zerbi. It's the optics. Guys, we need to understand one thing. When it comes to football, I think a large factor that no one ever considers is PR. It's the fact that the optics around things. Things don't get done, not because they're not the right thing, but because it looks bad. So for example, sacking Pochettino now, there are reports coming out. The reason Chelsea haven't done it at this moment in time is because the sporting directors don't want to take the blame for hiring him in the first place. They don't want to have 2 back-to-back hirings that have gone wrong. And more importantly, the biggest one of all, nobody believes at this moment in time they know what they're doing next. Everybody is passing on the blame. Well, it's on you. No, it's on you. It's on you. No one is all on the same page. This is why you need one sporting director, and this is why this is a problem for them. If Chelsea could secure Ruben Amorim, I think this would resolve a lot of our issues. Not just a few, I think a lot. It would get the best out of a majority of our players that we really like, and more importantly, it could develop the talent going forward. What's also interesting is reports from Portugal, from sources and journalists that have been on Sky numerous occasions. Pedro Chandler, I can't even pronounce his surname, so I'm not going to try it. Pedro is saying at this moment in time, there's no agreement. Yes, the agent has spoken to Liverpool, but there is no agreement. Ruben is focused on Sporting, and this is the main priority for this individual. So, as you can see, at this moment in time, there's a lot of stuff that can go in multiple directions. Whether Chelsea hijack this deal or not, we don't know. We're just going to have to be patient and we can see. But the fact that Chelsea have inquired gives me some hope. But even though it's faint, Pedro has said it's less than 5% chance Chelsea secure him. But we will see. It's a really small thing. But in football, things change really quickly. So yesterday, a lot of people started saying Mauricio Pochettino out. Yesterday's video had a lot of interaction, and it really is safe to say nearly 90% of the individuals that have watched the video and commented were really, we need to get Mauricio out and it's time to get rid of him. There was another 10% that argued, well, why? Because what manager would get better? I think that is very, in my opinion, ignorant to say, because we know coaching makes a massive difference. We saw this team under Frank Lampard. At this moment, being a 10th place, Tuchel comes in, we finish I think 4th that year and win the Champions League. For crying out loud, there is massive differences in the club and the way that they can change purely based on who is in charge. That's not even debatable. Managers make a difference. Pep Guardiola leaves, that Manchester City team is not as dominant as they are under him. Klopp leaves, I promise you there will be a stagnation period. There will, because managers make the difference. Arteta has made the difference at Arsenal. The players developed under him, but it's his system, it's his adjustments that make him and elevate them to the next level. Enzo Fernandez under Schmidt looked like a very good player. Moises Caicedo under De Zerbi looked like a very good player. I'm not saying Pochettino is the only one to blame. However, the statistics that are keeping him in the role. At this moment in time, Pochettino has won 21 out of 41 games. 9 draws, 12 losses. That's pretty bad. When you think about a big picture, that's a 50% win rate overall. A 50% win rate in the Premier League would actually be getting us 6th, 5th, but we don't even have that in the Premier League. In the Premier League, we've got 30 games, we've won 12, drawn 8, and lost 10. That's 40% win rate. What's saving him is the cup runs. The cup runs have saved his statistics. And for me, what's really infuriating is the deeper we get in these cups, if we win the FA Cup, this is some shape or form a successful season, but it masks over the problems that we have. Structural issues, lack of patterns of play, lack of development of an identity, lack of in-game adjustments, lack of development of certain players that are meant to be pivotal, dependence on players that aren't going to be here next year. Pochettino really needs to understand what is important to him and what is important to Chelsea. And what really annoys me is this feels like a wasted year. We could win the FA Cup, and I would say that it's a successful season because winning a trophy is always successful. If you win a trophy, it's success. I don't care what anybody says. It doesn't matter if it's the Carabao Cup, I don't care if it's the FA Cup, I don't care if it's the Champions League, I don't care if it's the Premier League. Whatever trophy you win, it straight away elevates that season to a season of memory. Purely based on the fact that you can sit down and go, oh, remember the year we won this? Yeah, it was a bad league season, but we won a trophy. Remember that day at Wembley? It happens, and this is important. And this is why I think we can't underestimate it. However, it really can push back development of the squad. And for me personally, I kind of want Pochettino gone. So if they sack him now, I would love it, and then we can all get behind the team for the end of the season. However, if they keep him, there's always a thought in the back of our minds, if we do too well, he's staying. And for me, that's a problem, because I don't think, no matter how well the season ends, I said it a couple weeks ago and people cooked me, we could have won every game from now till the end of the season. I don't think he's the right man for the job. I really don't, because his results mask the real identity problems that we have. But this is the Kavkas View. We're going to try to be a bit more positive. We're going to be positive when the news comes out that it's more positive. And we're going to be positive when there's reasons to be positive. We don't do toxic positivity here, and we don't do toxic negativity here. We just do real pratucha analysis. So hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope you like the fact that I just speak from the heart. I speak the truth, well, my truth at least, and I just give you guys what you need in terms of content. Straight to the point, get to the end. Peace out, I'm out. Have a nice day.